this week, I really want to give you a different angle under the hood of what we do here with the data. Uh, what we always start with, what the data always starts with when we're looking at forecasting a period, let's say from now until the end of October, is we look at what has typically happened in the market. We look at the seasonality. Is there typically a trend from now until the end of the year, up or down? For corn, when you're in mid-June, the trend is definitely down. From mid-June till the end of September, the trend is down. But right now, we've already gone through that, end of June, July period. We've dropped a lot. So where are we now? And when you look at the seasonality as to where we might go from here, the beginning of August, till say the end of October, 3 months out, seasonality doesn't tell us much. When you go back historically, the graph that you see on the left here is what corn prices have done from August 2nd till October 31st in each of the last 28 years. And you can see there's a lot of ups and a lot of downs. In fact, on average, when you average it all out, it did absolutely nothing. On average, it's zero. It did go up and down some years, sorry, but on average, it's zero. It went up 12 times, it went down 16 times. It went up more than it went down. So on average, when it went up 12.7%. On average, when it went down 9.6%. So it went down more than it went up, but when it went up more than when it went down. And that kind of averages out to zero. How many years did it go up more than 10%? Like how many years would we finish 40 cents or higher, right? From where we are right now, 6 out of 28 years. How many years would we finish 10% lower? 5 out of 28 years. So really, we're kind of, from a seasonality perspective, there's no real trend here when you do a historical analysis and say, hey, is corn more likely to go up or down based on what normally happens at this time? Soybeans, very similar. You look at the pattern of soybeans, there are, out of the 28 years, 14 up years, 14 down years. On average, we went up less than 1%. When we went up 10.7%. When we went down 9.1%. Half the years we went up, half the years we went down. There's one big outlier year here. In 2003, we went up 53% from August 2nd to October 31st. Corn did not do anywhere near that well. I think corn was up like 16% during that same period. So that's kind of a weird outlier. You take that out, where it's really the same thing. It's on average, there's no seasonality here from now until the end of the year, and it's just as likely to go up as down. When, how many times did soybeans go up or down? 10% in both cases, 4 years that we went up or down, 10 years. Another thing I should say is corn and soybeans from now until the end of the year are very correlated. I'm not going to publish the graph here, but there's about a 0.8 correlation, which is a pretty strong correlation between corn and soybeans for the rest of the year. Now, what we try to do is we respect this seasonality. So we look at the seasonality and we look at all the data as we stand right now, and we say, is there any data? Are there any tells that would say we're in the type of year that soybeans typically goes up, or we're in the type of year where soybeans typically goes down? Does the data match a pattern? And as Kevin talked about, the data isn't really matching a pattern. The data is saying kind of neutral, right? In terms of what it's matching as many ups as downs, and therefore it's coming out and saying corn and soybeans are kind of neutral for the rest of the year. With that data. So I just thought I'd talk a little. Typically, I'm talking about features of the week. What's a data item that's correlating strongly to it outperforming or underperforming what it usually does? This year, I kind of wanted to show you, or this week, I wanted to show you what it usually does. And in both the cases of corn and in soybeans, from now until the end of October, it's 50-50 whether it goes up or down. And on average, it's kind of zero. It's right down the middle.